Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the fall semester 2020, we welcome you to Paul McGinley Field for some men's soccer action tonight under the lights. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check. Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2. Check, 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 1, 2, check, check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Paul McGinley Field for the first time in the fall semester 2020 for some men's soccer action under the lights. We have the Intrasquad scrimmage. It'll be 6 periods of 15 minutes. Against the Trinity Tigers, for the Trinity Tigers in black, consisting of mostly juniors. We'll start moving from left to right, mostly juniors and some freshmen on that team. In addition, Michael Pham in his sophomore season. And going from right to left in the all-white jerseys will be mostly a group of seniors and sophomores, including most notably transfer from St. Edward's University, Shin Aji. He'll lead the line, the number 5 in white. Both teams getting their final preparations together ahead of the first 15-minute period. Thank you for tuning in from across the country and potentially across the globe, but you know it's pretty late over in the UK. And both teams break out here. They will be excited to get back underway. It's been almost a full calendar year since we've had men's soccer action on Paul McGinley Field. This is as close to official as we'll get this semester as Wesley Mitchell gets us underway. He drops it back to senior captain Quentin Vanderlee. And the white team look to move from right to left to start here. Jad Jafar with the defensive intervention on the far side. Some new faces out there for both teams as the freshman class and a couple of transfers come in for Coach McGinley, and I'll be looking to get used to those names and faces as well as you, especially with a slightly convoluted roster in the intra-squad scrimmage, making use of what numbers are available in both black and white. Possession recovered here and dropped back to Jafar. Junior plays it down the line, and it's out for a throw-in for black. So you can see both teams setting up in what looks like a similar 4-3-3 system. And they're going to look to build out of the back here. Again, Jad Jafar, quite a few touches here in the opening minute. He's composed as he drops it back to Jesus Veloz. And all the way back to Juan Carlos Vidales. Jesus Veloz, brother of Osvaldo Veloz, former Tiger who played 4 years here in the program. Was primarily a left-sided player, left midfielder, left back. His brother starting tonight in black at the right back position. Throwing into Aji. First look for him, he's unable to hold it up, and Jafar with another touch. This time sends it forward in the direction of Dueñez. Neither team able to get a foot on the ball here to start as Pham drops it off to Kyle Davis. Down the left wing now, the black team comes forward. They couldn't find Michael Pham. Some space now for the white team potentially on the break. Here's Hallenberger. He's got a chance to go one against Veloz. And instead he'll drop that one back to Diego Gonzalez, all the way back to John Connor Rule. Coming together there in the midfield between McClure and Vanderlee. Vanderlee stays down momentarily as Martin Mata looks to bring it down the left side. That one's out for a throw-in. Connor Jones tracking back. Senior leadership here for the white team, looking to combine as Vanderlee slips it through towards Hallenberger. It's a tough ball back to Vidales. And it's a terrific touch that time from Burns. The chance for Black on the break. Kyle Davis on the overlap. And the foul's going to be called against John Connor Rule. Coach McGinley from the near side brandishing his whistle there for the first time. You have to say he's about 40 yards away from the action. But he won't mind to see what his team can do, both defending and attacking on this set piece. See who stands over it in black as first-year goalkeeper sets his wall. I believe that's Noah Gilbertson. He's got 4 in the wall. Duenas stands over it for Black. It's a good free kick, but into the arms of the keeper comfortably. Beat the wall, but right into the midriff of Gilbertson, who rolls it out calmly to Vanderlee. Pressure coming from Duenas. And this one's going to go back to Neil Verwillow, playing as a left-sided center back today. He's played further forward for a majority of his time in a Trinity uniform, but the lack of center backs healthy for this scrimmage, the likes of Jacob Galan out injured, and of course quite a few Tiger players choosing to remain at home rather than come down to San Antonio for this semester with everything going on due to the ongoing pandemic. The likes of Andrea Codispati and others not available to train nor play this season, as they are not in the area. It's been an interesting road back to even something resembling a game such as this, as Mitchell, his pass is cut out by Jones. He'll drop it back comfortably to Vidales. The team having to progress through multiple stages of COVID testing and different restrictions and regulations to get to this point. Even now, you see many of them still wearing the face masks while playing. As Adji on the ball here, brings it forward. Good ball into the path of Ethan Moore. It may fall for Mitchell. It's tracked down by Hallenberg on the left side. Ball in, headed clear. Good defending that time. Can't get a number from the defender on the far side. Still not cleared fully though, as Jad Jafar launches this one towards Duenas. And it'll be controlled by the white team. This one over the top 4 now. Adji on the far side. He's got a chance to go 1-against-1 against Zapalak, I believe. He drops it off to Ethan Moore. Back to Adji. Well defended that time. And Islam Mcclure. Verwillow takes it on the chest. And Mata drops it back to John Connor Rule. Had a standout season last year as the Tigers progressed to the NCAA tournament despite not winning the conference. It was an exciting ride to an eventual defeat in the second round of the national tournament. This one goes in behind for Duenas. He's beaten for pace by Verwillow, who drops that one back to Gilbertson. Noah Gilbertson out to John Connor Rule. Time for him to get his head up. He wants the ball over the top for Adji, who's certainly one of the quickest players now in this Trinity roster, and they'll look to use that pace when possible. He's also showed a tremendous finishing ability so far. Early days in training sessions, something to look out for Tiger fans in the eventual seasons to come. This one goes wide for Jones. First touch pops up on him, but he puts it around the corner for Veloso on the overlap. Verwillow coming across to try and deal with it, and it's an excellent challenge from Neil Verwillow. See if he can prevent a corner. His clearance comes to Fraser Burns to Scott on the edge of the box, out to Connor Jones. Now Mac McCord looking to come forward, and he loses out. See if White can break quickly. Adji around Jafar, and he's going to be forced to bring him down, as he was beaten for pace that time. Good trickery to let the ball run through the legs and get around the big center back. Good foul also Although you have to think in a real game, that's probably his name in the book. Gonzalez now in the midfield. 8 minutes gone, no score either way. Expect to see quite a bit of rotation at the 15-minute interval when the two teams will take a quick break. Just out of an abundance of precaution, both for the fitness and the health of the players, in compliance with local regulations. Islam now brings it forward for the black team. Jafar, head up. He wants the same ball out to Jones. Again, the touch pops up against Connor Jones. It's a firm ball from Jafar. Certainly a pattern that the black team is looking to use that thus far hasn't led to much. We'll see going forward what it can produce. Jones this time back all the way to Vidales. Vidales out to Islam. I've been talking to a few of the players in the build-up to this game, and they're really looking forward to being back out on McGinley Field in what feels like a game-like setting, and they're determined to bring that game-like type intensity, and we've already seen that with some of the pressing and some of the intensity on show in the opening 10 minutes. A lot of touches between both teams' center backs. See if they can look to build. It's a good ball down the line for Jones. He stays on side. He's in behind Mata. Gets the ball across. Potentially there was Kyle Davis. And that's the first real attacking threat we've seen from either side. Kyle Davis listed as a midfielder on the roster for this scrimmage, and he's playing out on the left wing. Seen more time as an outside back in his couple of seasons under Coach McGinley. Pass that time cut out for Willow's ball, intercepted by a combination of Burns and Jones. Mcclure looked to spread it out to the left. Ball into Michael Pham, a standout last year, was, I believe, honorable mention in the first team, second team All-SCAC listings. Davis down the left side, good ball across. It's over the head of Mata, but it's also over the head of Burns. Burns will track it down on the near side. Ball into the path of Jones. Burns goes to ground after releasing the pass. And Black will retain possession in the attacking third. Pham forced to go back to Islam. And Davis that time bumped off the ball, I believe, by Rodrigo Castillo on the far side. Burns applying pressure this time to Vanderlee, who announced he will be playing a 5th year at Southern Methodist University. That's an excellent move for him as he moves to a graduate program and also a terrific soccer program, as there's a tangle of feet here in the midfield between McCord and Gonzalez. Of course, this upcoming spring season, if it is what we hope it'll be, which is a single round robin of the SCAC, and a postseason SCAC tournament, will not count against NCAA eligibility. So you expect that Vanderlee won't be the only one making that 5th year senior move. Here's a chance now for White driving forward. Ethan Moore on the far side. It's the shot away, and it's blocked by Islam. First shot for the White team. It's good defensive play that time from Gonzalez, stopping any potential counterattack. And now space for Hellenberger on the left. He can go 1-against-1 against Jesus Velos. Ball to the top of the box, and Adji missed his kick. And I think Vanderlee is offside. Called by the players, who look to get it quickly back underway with 3 minutes remaining in the opening period. See the players on the bench, both sides starting to get loose. Expect multiple changes, so if the person you tuned in to see hasn't hit the field yet, don't go anywhere. Islam with some time on the ball. Adji the only one applying any pressure to him. Vidales wants to go over the top. Intercepted by Verwillow, but the second ball falls to Michael Pham. Pham with a loose touch to Adji. Adji holding off Pham. Gets the left-footed shot away, and it's comfortable for Vidales. That time the white team able to turn the ball over and immediately get a shot. It's good work from them on the transition. Gonzalez now Both teams have had spells in control. It looks like the white team looking to finish this first period on the front foot. It'll be a corner kick for them on the far side as the center backs come forward. A shout from Coach Carty, who is managing the black team to my left, as he wants goalkeeper Juan Vidales to organize this set piece and make sure everybody's marked up. See a few people still lurking in white without a defender in the area, most notably Verwillow at the back post. And it's starting to be noticed now, but the cross is coming in towards Verwillow. Can he get this ball back across? He can. Flicked in the direction of Mitchell. I think he got a piece of Fraser Burns on that one as well. No referee on the field, so the white team will play on. Vanderlee drives that one in, flicks off the head of J.C. Rule. I think it was intended for Hallenberger, rather. The center back ended up in the way instead. Quickly underway as we approach the final minute of the first 15. Islam to Jafar, who've had a solid showing together. Just a couple of shots against them, but they were both comfortable for the goalkeeper. Best chance for Black, the cross from Jones. This time, though, it's Dueñez looking to track this one down over the top. Gilbertson deals with it. And Mata's ball out towards Hallenberger, runs out of play. Quickly in play for Jafar. Switches the ball towards Islam. The pressure coming from Shin Aji. His first appearance at Paul McGinley Field. McClure looking to track it down in the midfield. Neither team able to get a foot on it here. Falls to Fraser Burns, 25 yards from goal. Out to Jones on the right. Jones looks to take his man on 1-against-1 for Willow, using his body well. But Jones gets to it, the left-footed shot. Flashes wide of Gilbertson's right-hand post. And that's the closest that either team came in the first period. We'll be right back with you for the second 15. You're watching the Tiger Network, Trinity Men's Soccer Intrasquad Scrimmage, Fall 2020. Joined by Tiger Senior Quentin Vanderlee. Quentin, obviously it's been an interesting semester to say the least. What are your thoughts on the training and what you've been able to do with the COVID restrictions this year.
Yeah, obviously we're excited just to be out here and playing. Not everybody's able to do that, so obviously went through the phases, and can be a little frustrating at times with being limited. But I think everybody's just grateful to be out here and playing, and to be out here at 11v11 right now is what we've all been waiting for since last year. So I can't complain too much.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of tonight, what did you think of the first 15 minutes of this?
I thought it was good. The white had much better of the play. No, but it's been good. I think we're all just happy to be out here, like I said, and within the first 15 minutes, pretty good. KG, and hopefully the viewers at home get some more chances in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then one more. We were just curious about your move to SMU coming up in the next couple of seasons. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, obviously just excited for another opportunity to play, and thank you to Coach McGinley for his help with that process. But just happy to keep playing, and wishing the best of luck to Trinity next year, and hopefully I can take what I've learned here and apply it to the next level. So
yeah, absolutely. We'll be excited to watch you. Congrats on that move, and thanks for joining us.
Yep.
We welcome you back for the second 15. Ryan Figured here again, joined now by Tiger Jr. Connor Jones for.
How's it going, everyone? Nice to be with you, Ryan. Fine evening for some 11v11.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Working through the different phases of COVID restrictions. Now, what can you say about what's been going on so far this semester with Trinity Soccer?
So it's been a gradual progression, I'd say. We have started out in smaller pods, kind of each with your house and a few other people who lived off campus. We were wearing masks, obviously, and then that progressed towards kind of some 9v9s, and then eventually we got to be out here 11v11. Trinity's done a great job testing people randomly, and they've been doing a good job, so yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. As we look to get back underway here for the second 15, obviously you started down the right side for the black team in the first 15. What did you make of the play?
Honestly, I thought it was good for us not playing in a while. It's been a very good first 15. I think we had some good attacks there. Both teams did. Hopefully we can go a little harder and a little better in this second 15.
Yeah, it looks like lots of changes for both teams, and we'll try and keep up with those new names and faces for you. Obviously, Connor, you'll be a lot more familiar with some of the freshmen.
Yep.
What can you tell us about the incoming class for the Trinity fans tuning in?
Incoming class has been great. We have a nice, strong right back, Jesus, that I was playing with in the first half. Obviously, they're good as a class. They're great guys. They connect a lot. We got a transfer from St. Ed's, Chen, who's been taking a liking to the team. Looks like he's getting some minutes up top, so hopefully he can work his way into the lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw him have a chance in the first half where he drove the left-footed shot from outside the box to Juan Vidales. Here's Naylor Gress on the ball. Looks to spread the play out to Eubanks. And it's turned over back to White.
How have you liked being on the call? First game back? It's been
Yeah,
good?
it's been exciting. It's been exciting. Obviously, it's been almost a year since the last.
Great tackle by Chris there.
Yeah, almost a year since the last broadcast for the Tiger Network when we finished up the NCAA regional pod. So, pretty exciting. Regardless of it's just an inter-squad scrimmage, but I think it represents kind of a feeling of normalcy for both us putting the broadcast on and also you guys on the field.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. We're glad to have you back, Ryan.
That one looking for Adji, can hold it up. Jad Jafar wins the ball back and drops it back to his goalkeeper. As the subs look to find their feet here a couple minutes into the second period. A change in midfield for the black team is going to be Jacob Simon and Chris Naylor Gress in the engine room. This one down the line for Adji. He's got the beating of Islam for pace. He gets past him, gets the cross away, and it's a good intervention that time by Jafar. Crucial as that one was looking to fall for a white attacker in the box. And that one come through, floated into the arms of Juan Carlos Vidales.
Yeah, Juan Carlos is really coming to his own this semester, I feel like. He's done a great job in goal. He's been a leader for the team, so we're excited to have him back there anchoring us.
Yeah, obviously the Tigers losing their senior captain Blake Lieberman, and Vidales is going to be looking to step into that role. Also a couple of freshman goalkeepers and a familiar face to some, a new face to others, Nick Kanjar. I'm sure we'll see him for the black team going forward tonight as well. This one brought forward now by Eubank. He loses out, and Jesus Fellows looking to recover it for him. White keeps possession. Vanderlee back into the game, this time dropping into a center back position, it looks like. Saw him there at some points last season for McGinley's team. Black team wins back possession on the far side. Eubanks drops it back to Islam, back to Jafar. We've gotten a lot of touches between them so far in the early stages of our 6-part scrimmage. Fitzgerald that time as Veloz looks to get in down the right. Sliding tackle looks to keep it in play, but Mata's going to win a goal kick. Looks like first minutes in a Trinity uniform for Bernardo Jacobo Orozco in the middle of the defense for the white team. Quite a few other first-year players getting minutes alongside some experience. That time, Wesley Mitchell, the senior, winning the ball. Here is Orozco, drops it back to Vanderlee. Interesting to see Vanderlee as the center back and Bernardo in midfield. They can both play in both positions, Con.
Yeah, they do. I think Q had a strong freshman season as a center back before he transitioned to a 6. Yeah, it's good to see Bernardo getting some minutes. It's been a good addition to the squad, so looks like a little interchange there. Hopefully just get him some experience coming in for his first game here.
Absolutely. As I look to go down the left side, that time looking for Morgan Smith, the first-year forward. I think it's going to go all the way back through. They keep looking to hit on the break with the pace of Adji. Hasn't quite come off yet, but it's looked threatening.
Yeah, hopefully Armand and Jafar can keep backing each other up there and hopefully not let him get it in. But that's a little bit of bias on my part.
Obviously, Connor going to go back and play for the black team in a moment. This one cycled through the midfield. Naylor Gress chance to get his head up. He spreads the play now to Jay Fitzgerald, the right back. He's got Veloz inside of him. And that time you can really see the difference in experience and also the difference in how many times each has gone to Daniel's weight room here at the SBC as Wesley Mitchell uses his body well to shield that one away from Fitzgerald. Here he is again against 2 Tiger first years. The clearance that time cut out. Michael Black looking to get rid and eventually goes behind for a goal kick. Well, Connor, we thank you for joining us here for the first 5-6 minutes.
Thank you,
and
Ryan.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Yep.
Try and get more guests for you throughout the night. You get to hear some familiar voices and see them back out on the pitch. Very exciting for Tiger fans, Tiger family, and hopefully not rival team scouts, as that one's dropped off too. I believe that was Eubank. To get a look at number 33, Ben Zapalek, excuse me. Looks like he's playing out on the left wing where Kyle Davis started the game for the black team. Mcclure caught on the ball that time. Morgan Smith tried to be the beneficiary, and black team eventually does win possession back. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Juan Carlos Vidales. Changing on the near side between Velos and Fitzgerald. They're both comfortable at right back and right midfield, showing some versatility early on in their first appearance for Trinity. Michael Black to Lewis Mcclure. Back to Michael Black, playing for the white team tonight. Good touch that time from Orozco. He wants it back. He'll have it back. Again, he's just linking play down the right side. First real action for Alan Mcguire. Gets it back to Bernardo. And Bernardo Orozco going to ground there after a great run linking the play. Didn't fall gracefully. And I think he's catching some ridicule from both sides. Both benches to my left and right for the fall. Velos back to Jad Jafar. Islam with some time to bring the ball forward. We're 9 minutes into this second 15 as Bresch gets the ball in the midfield. Good work from him, and it's spread down to the right side for Fitzgerald. He wants the ball infield for Velos. The Tiger midfield there linking well to spread the play. Simon and Naylor Gress. Velos there getting a foot in, conceding the throw in, but good tenacity from the young right back. Mata's throw in to Orozco in the midfield. Vanderlee wants the long ball over the top. Adji, I believe, is onside. Only Coach Carty will know. He was looking across the line, but it's good tracking from Jafar to make up the ground and concede the corner kick. Adji was potentially looking to go short, but instead, as one of the taller players on the field for the white team, he'll head into the box, and Lewis Mcclure, the Scottish senior midfielder, will come across the take. Vanderlee lurking, and now he does come short. White team will look to set up the runs here. Mcclure raises the right hand, sends it in towards the near post. Mitchell was the one that made the run. Didn't find him though. Great first touch from Burns. Can he hold the play up? He's got 3 defenders on him now. And he does get a throw in for his team. Against the odds that time. Good work from the black team's number 9. Naylor Gress, plenty of time to get his head up. And he'll drop it off to Jafar. Needed some movement ahead of him. Some of the younger players maybe not as comfortable making the runs yet. And that's fine. They'll grow into it as this game goes on. This one over the top for a streaking Jack Eubanks. He gets a good ball back in, and Michael Black had to deal with it. And he's lucky there's no VAR. I think it could have come off of his arm potentially there. Now, if we don't have VAR for official Division III contests, I don't think the intra-squad scrimmage will have the benefit of the technology. And we don't even have a referee for this one. Infield now for Mcguire. Mcguire can spread it down to the left. Needed some more weight on the pass. It's good defending that time from Jesus Velos, who's been extremely impressive out of the FC Dallas Academy in the opening 30 minutes. Burns now down the right side. He's got the run of Morgan Smith ahead of him. Smith looks to hold it up, and he drops it back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with a forward ball, couldn't find the feet of a teammate. And the white team regains possession. Agi now coming in off the right side. He wants it back. Orozco is going to recycle. Diego Gutierrez puts this one towards Mitchell. Had a chance at it. Jafar deals with it with the header. Gutierrez now to Agi. Cuts inside on his favored right foot. Wants the line splitting pass for Mcguire, but it's intercepted by Islam. Ball into midfield for Fraser Burns. Drops it back to Simon. Back to Jafar. And the black team will look to go quickly now down the right side. Jay Fitzgerald seen plenty of the ball since coming into the game, and it's Naylor Gress making the run down the right wing. Cuts it inside with a first-time pass towards Smith, but Morgan Smith couldn't latch onto it. It's a good move that time from the 11 wearing black tonight. And both Fitzgerald and Naylor Gress will look to retreat as Wesley Mitchell was looking to make a backside run. He wasn't spotted. Instead, it's Alan Mcguire. Good move past Eubanks on the right side, and a tackle from Simon bails out the young left back. Mcclure gets the ball under heavy pressure that time from Simon. And Naylor Gress will go to ground, look to hook that one in towards Jay Fitzgerald. His position's covered now by Jesus Velos as Martin Mata brings it forward. Mitchell down the line. 1 against 1 now with Jad Jafar. He's going to cut inside onto his right foot, driving into the box. Good foot in from Jake Simon to take it away from Mcguire, but it's still there, and eventually Islam is able to cover up and clear. There's a scramble that time from Black to clear it, as they eventually do, and Coach Carty waves his back line forward. Certainly fitness will come into question at some point. Probably not in the first 30 minutes of this one. Naylor Gress wants to weight that one in behind for Burns. Burns wanted it to feet. It'll be a goal kick for White. You have to say they've had the better chances, but potentially Black have had some of the better combination plays in the second 15. Still scoreless. No goals in either period so far, as there's a minute and counting left. Mcclure drops this one back to Michael Black. Head up, right-footed pass into midfield for Gutierrez. Under pressure from Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald now forward to Burns. A little bit of space. And he looks to cut that one across. It's an excellent ball, and now into the foot of Morgan Smith. He drops it off for Burns. Will the black team be able to create a shot from this move? It's down the line this time for Velos. Shots were offside from the white bench down to the right, but the cross ends up in the waiting arms of the goalkeeper either way. Gilbertson rolls this one out for the white team. The ball into the foot of Shen Adji, and he's not able to hold it up. 4 seconds and counting. We'll see if the black team can get a shot away in the final seconds. And that'll be it for the second 15 minutes. We'll be right back with you with an interview with Tiger senior Neil Verwillow in just a moment. Joined here by Tiger senior Neil Verwillow. And Neil, what'd you get up to over the COVID break? The fans are eager to know.
Well, we all had a lot of free time, but it was just nice to be at home with my mom and dad, and we got a new puppy, Vanilla Bean. Shout out Vanilla Bean. Hope she's doing well.
Yeah, absolutely. And how's it feel to be back on the field here, obviously under the lights, exciting?
Yeah, we're all ecstatic. We're really thankful just to have the opportunity just to be out here. None of us thought we were going to be out here 3 months ago, so just playing it all is just a blessing.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for joining us, and good luck in
Thanks a lot,
the
guys.
third 15.
Thanks,
We'll be
Ryan.
right back. Welcome back for the third 15-minute period here of the Trinity Men's Soccer Intrasquad scrimmage of fall 2020. It's been pretty even both ways so far. Nobody on the score sheet as of yet for either side. Seen some exciting debuts. I think notably Shin Aji for the white team as he comes back onto the field wearing the number 5, as well as Jesus Falos, number 21 in black. He's been particularly good at right back. He keeps his place with Connor Jones coming back into the match ahead of him. Looks like first appearance in a while for Cal Cranfill in the middle for the white team. Number 11 tonight. This one floated in the direction of Ethan Moore. Great flick from him to find Cranfill. Some space for the Lovejoy High School graduate to drive forward. It's cut out, and now Burns can bring it down the right wing for Connor Jones. His first touch intercepted by Martin Mata. Pretty similar 11s to what started the game now for both teams. A few changes. Alan Mcguire looks to be in the midfield for Coach McGinley's 11 in white. Juan is back in up front for black. Here he is. Drops it off to Burns. First touch pops up, and now he's got it under control. Floats it out to the right for Connor Jones. Some space to get the cross away. He does towards the back post. And it's headed clear. Tracked down by Zapalak on the far side. It looks like that was indeed Ben Zapalak, whose sister was a part of the women's soccer program for a couple of seasons as well. Family connection for the Tiger first year. John Connor Rule back into the game. Here he is coming forward as the left center back for Coach McGinley. Out to Mata down the line, looking for Verwillow. He's playing higher up now. Veloz receives the ball that time under pressure, does well to drop it back to Islam. Midfield of Mcguire and Michael Pham with Fraser Burns in front of them for Black. Gonzalez, Mcguire, and Cranfield in the midfield for the white team here in this third period of play. Jafar will track that one back down. He's got Connor Jones coming towards him down the line. Instead he goes infield for McClure. McClure, who's dealt with his injury issues in his times as a part of Trinity soccer. Good to see him out on the field tonight. Foul that time from Michael Black, the number 22 in white. He has one job. Coach Carty, Coach Ringen, they had to get Michael Black on the black team. Down the line this time for Jack Eubank. This Pham getting the better of Castillo down the wing, but I think they're going to call a foul against the second-year midfielder. He doesn't like it much. Former FC Dallas Academy graduate alongside the likes of Thomas Roberts, Brian Reynolds, now Roberts at FC Dallas, now on trial in Scotland, and Reynolds lighting it up in MLS. Tessman as well. Friends of Tiger midfielder Michael Pham. And trust me, he'll let you know about it. Jesus Veloz with the throw in right in front of Coach Carty. Jafar drops it back to Juan Carlos Vidales, who keeps his place here for the third of 6 15-minute periods. Joigny is unable to hold it up, and it's turned over for White to come forward down the right side. It's tracked by Jack Eubanks, and now he's got Alan Mcguire on his back. They're battling for it. Mcguire comes away with it. Good work from Alan Mcguire. Puts the ball in for Verwillow, and the first real save for Vidales, and he is equal to the effort. Point-blank range from the California native. And Verwillow, who we just spoke to at the break, unable to score the game's first goal. It's great work from Alan Mcguire, has to be said, down the right. Digs that one out and gets the cross away, a pinpoint ball to the foot of Verwillow, whose shot was excellently saved by Vidales. Good line splitting pass that time from McClure. Has the black team coming forward on the left side now. Adji working back against Fraser Burns. Adji beaten that time down the line. The cross comes in. It's too short. Adji that time big coming together with Joigny. Both players stay on their feet. Joigny pressing first-year defender Michael Black. Ethan Moore into Diego Gonzalez. Pressure applied this time by Connor Jones, forcing him back down the right side. Both teams full of energy here in the press, over 5 minutes into the third period. Throwing that time, not able to be kept in play by Ethan Moore. Throwing for Black in the direction of Joigny, and it's Michael Black that clears it. Michael Pham receiving the ball with 3 guys on him, and he turns it over that time. He was put in a difficult position, a chance for Cranfield to get his head up. It's put towards Ethan Moore. Too close, though, to Armand Islam, who continues a solid performance at the back for Coach Carty's side. Gonzalez receives it on the turn. Does well to get his head up. Now come forward again. He drops it to Alan Mcguire. John Connor Rule into... I think I was calling that Cal Cranfield. That's been Jacob Hallenberger the whole time, folks. My fault. Similar build. I hope Cal doesn't mind me saying. Here is Hallenberger now. Down the line for Verwillow. Back to the top of the box for Adji. He gets the left-footed strike away, and it's first goal for Adji in Trinity colors. Excellent effort on the left foot. Good build-up play as Hallenberger's cross found the transfer from St. Edward's University in space at the top of the 18, and he tucked it away into the side netting with aplomb. First strike goes to Coach McGinley's 11 in white. It is 1-0 with 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the third 15-minute period. Immediately back underway as Burns is on it in the midfield now for Black. He's got Jones making the run ahead of him, and he will find Connor Jones. Ball infield for Velos, back to Jones down the line. Burns there in support. He sends the cross in towards the back post, and Duenas is rising to meet it. It still may fall for the Black side, as it's Zapalak at the edge of the area. That time, Mclure looking to just keep the attack alive, as Black almost able to instantly respond to White going in front. McCord down the line now. That one dug out and cleared, but only as far as Michael Pham. Loose touch that time from, I believe, that's Jack Eubank on the far side. And that'll turn it over for a throw-in. Islam rising to meet it. And sliding tackle from Michael Pham against Aggie, the goal scorer. Chance now for Philip Duenas in behind. It's good pace shown that time by Michael Black as he was able to make up the ground and clear it out for a throw-in. Excellent play from the first-year defender against Duenas, who was bearing down on goal. Zapalak looks to hold that one up. Aggie misses his kick, but it still falls for Ethan Moore. And now brought forward by Diego Gonzalez. Gonzalez with some space ahead of him. He's got Alan Mcguire to his left, Ethan Moore ahead of him, and he uses Moore. The senior wants to spread the play here, and it will find the feet of Neil Verwillow. Nearly opened the scoring before Aggie did a few minutes later. This one back to Hallenberger. Can he cut in onto his favorite left foot? He does. He gets the shot away, and it's well wide that time for the San Antonio native. White with a good showing here in this third period. They were able to open the scoring. Also had a few other chances, as I mentioned. From the goal kick, Islam brings it forward into the feet of Ben Zapalak. A little bit of a loose pass that time, mopped up by Mac McCord. Gets it back from Jafar. He's got his head up this time. Ball into the feet of Duenas. See if the striker can hold it up this time against Michael Black. It's a good battle as he eventually loses out to John Connor Rule. Plenty of physical play here, despite it being an intra-squad scrimmage, with not really any real game opportunities ahead. Both teams using this at full intensity as Burns brings this one forward now. Driving forward through the middle, he wants to lay it off for Zapalak, just not on the same page that time. Burns upset, thought he should have had a free kick from Coach McGinley, who seemed to have misplaced the whistle conveniently there. Hallenberger gets it back and loses out that time. His pass intercepted by Jad Jafar. Michael Pham on the turn. Good ball in behind this time. We'll see if Zapalak can track it down. He's got runners inside, including Connor Jones, and the clearance is sliced, but it's sliced behind for a corner. That time it was the run from Mac McCord creating the attack for Black, who are looking to equalize before what would be considered the halftime break. Corner under hit that time. And White will look to counter. Instead it's Possession retained that time by Islam. Dropped back to Jesus Falos down the right wing. Connor Jones got a chance to go against Mata. He's tenacious and immediately on his case, winning it back. Haji could pass across the midfield, finds John Connor Rule, whose ball was just overhit for Mata. These are the connections that you'll see as the season wears on. Of course, there's no season this semester to wear on. It's just a one-off intra-squad scrimmage, shaking off the rust. And looking forward to a potential spring season. I mentioned earlier a single round robin of the SCAC looking the most likely scenario. This one lofted over the top. It may fall for Dueña as it does. The keeper had come. And it's Mata who's cleared it fully now for White, who have Agi to bring it forward on the right side. Mcguire driving forward in the middle. He's got Hallenberger drop with the shoulder now down to the left for Verwillow. Gets the cross away, make it a shot. Either way, it's flashed wide of Juan Carlos Vidales, left hand. Looked like he was just squaring up to try and drill that one back across, and he maybe was trying to disguise it. But it ended up being a shot, ultimately flashed wide. Michael Black now has looked composed and assured so far in his first appearance for Trinity, against Trinity. And the ball finds Agi on the right wing. Bar runs out of play, and he'll have a throw-in with under 2 minutes remaining. Burns will go back to Vidales, who will look to go long over the top for Connor Jones. Philip Dueña is also working to try and get into the air, and he does well to get wrong side of John Connor Rule, whose tackle may just run out for a corner. Looks like he kept it in, but Dueña is staying down. Looks like Dueñas will be okay. It was a tackle that John Connor Rule had to make as he had been spun in behind by some excellent work from Dueñas. It was behind, but I think he won the ball from my vantage point. Press this time coming from Fraser Burns. I think he got a toe on that. And it's turned over once again to the black team. Here's Dueñas now, space inside the area. She needed to get the shot away. Instead, he looked to go inside his defender and get a better angle. And now it's over the top for Verwillow going the other way. Jad Jafar at full pelt. Gets a foot on the ball, but it's behind for a corner. Jafar, no stranger to a big challenge. And Coach Carty going to motion for a goal kick there. It makes it an even better tackle from the Tiger Junior. Black team immediately gets it back in play, see if they can find the equalizer in the last 20 seconds here before the halftime break. Down the line for Connor Jones. He's going to need to find the end product here quickly. Looks for a left-footed shaped cross in towards Burns. Dueñas goes for the spectacular overhead kick attempt, and that runs all the way through comfortably for the goalkeeper, and Noah Gilbertson will hold it for the whistle here at the end of the third period of 15 minutes, make it halftime. The only goal so far coming from Shin Agi, a left-footed shot from the top of the box into the side netting, has his team in front. We'll be right back with you in just about 5 minutes. Thanks.
right, and welcome back. And we are here with Ethan Moore. And Ethan, your thoughts on just being back here and getting a chance to play here in a game in November?
It's always great to be back. I'm glad I get to be out here with the boys. It's always good to play under the lights on Friday night. And there's nothing better than that. So really excited to be back. The first half was decent. We were all just trying to find a rhythm. The game was a little bit more in the center of the field, but it started to spread out during the game as the game went on, and just really looking forward to the next half.
All right, thanks.
And we're back underway here in the second half, technically. The fourth 15-minute period as the teams switch sides. And Coach Cartier's 11 wearing all black, moving from right to left. Coach McGinley's 11 in white from left to right. A few changes for both teams, including in goal as Tiger Jr. Nick Kanjar moves past me on the unofficial appearances for Trinity list, now at 2. In goal as he tracks this one down. And first-year goalkeeper Diego Villegas in goal behind Quentin Vanderlee and Michael Black in the back. Kanjar goes short this time to Jad Jafar. Center backs keeping their place for Coach Carty. Not a ton of depth at that position currently, with a few injuries, including SCAC Defensive Player of the Year last year, Jacob Galan, who sat on the bench down to my left with an injury. First touch there for Villegas is a younger 11 put out this time by Coach McGinley. Here's some experience, though, with Wesley Mitchell battling against Islam. He drops this one off down the right side. Good play from Mitchell. And that time he loses out to Islam. It's Coleman Brewster who's looking to combine with down the right side for the white team. Islam with his head up. Didn't see a pass he liked. Instead goes to Jafar, who's put under pressure that time and who runs out of play. Mcguire wanted to go quickly. Instead, he'll drop it off to Brewster. There's an injury for Jafar, potentially maybe a cramp. Nobody has played this many minutes in quite some time. The Tiger season last year concluding a full year ago in just a couple of weeks against Claremont Mud Scripps in the NCAA tournament. And of course, with COVID ending the school season early, so to speak, last semester, there was no spring practices or game for Coach McGinley and co. So first game action for anybody in almost a year. Naylor Gress, the furthest forward that time, was challenging with Michael Black. Ball into the midfield here for Mcclure. Good touch from him around Matt McCord, and it's put out for a throw-in on the near side. Brewster to take. Jafar momentarily off the field. Nobody filling in for him at the moment. Heard him say he just has a cramp, quickly stretching it out before coming back into the game. Brewster with the throw-in into Mcclure. Takes it on the dribble, drops it off to Vanderlee. Back at center back here. Michael Black spreads the play. Gutierrez against Naylor Gress in the midfield. Hallenberger on the left wins another throw-in for his side. I'd like to thank you for tuning in here to the men's soccer intra-squad scrimmage for fall 2020. We know it's been tough as Wesley Mitchell turns his man here, gets the shot away, and it's past Kanjar for 2. And Coach McGinley's 11 led that time by some experience at the number 9 position. Wesley Mitchell with an excellent turn and a clinical effort past Kanjar. Nothing that the junior goalkeeper could do about it. A couple of goals here for White in the last couple of periods. It's a 2-goal advantage. As I was saying, we appreciate you tuning in. You know, it's been tough not having Trinity soccer. It's been tough on us, and you know, at this point of a season, usually we'd be in the final few regular season games, 15, 16 games into the year. Looking forward to postseason play, the SCAC tournament, the NCAA tournament, usually up there in the national rankings as well. Gearing up for the final stretch. Obviously, none of that is true this year. We look forward to what competitive soccer we will get hopefully in the spring. But if COVID has brought anything, it's brought a new feeling of gratitude for what we do have, and tonight we have a full 90 minutes of soccer with a lot of familiar faces on show as tackle that time coming in, I believe, from Jacob Simon, who looks like he's filled in at center back in the absence of Jafar. Mcclure took exception, but no whistle coming from Coach McGinley, even for his own team there. This one tracked down by Michael Black on the far side, drops it off to Vanderlee, composed on the ball that time, the senior. Looks to spread the play to Hallenberger, keeps it in. Past one man, he's dropped it inside for Mcclure, who's had it picked off his foot by Naylor Gress, but it's a game of transition here as we go the other way. Mcguire looking to win this one back, and it's well tracked that time by Jack Eubank. Diego Gutierrez, some space for him to roam into the box. Eventually it was cut out. Another San Antonio native on the ball. Jacob Hallenberger, he wanted to chip that one through for the most recent goal scorer, Wesley Mitchell, but it was cut out. Not a ton of possession here for the black team, 7 minutes into the second half. Plenty of time on the ball here for Vanderlee. He goes inside for Gutierrez. Shakes off a couple of challenges, gets it back, and it's through here for Wesley Mitchell. Chance, after a good combination, to get the shot away, and it's flashed over the bar. Kanjar will claim he had it covered. Goalkeeper wearing number 99 retrieves this from behind the goal. Sub for Coach Cartiz. He brings Fraser Burns back into the game and Michael Pham out. That one looking immediately for Burns, but Michael Black continues his impressive display. Bernardo Orozco brings that one forward, some space now to get the shot away, and Kanjar with a big save. Kanjar gets both hands to it and puts it behind for a corner. I think it was Mcclure with the effort, if I'm not mistaken, on the far side. Diving save to his left. Alan Mcguire to take the corner kick for the white team, who smell a bit of blood in the water here. They've been on the front foot. One sent in. Naylor Gress able to clear with the header. For Willow, popping up down the right wing, gets an excellent right-footed service into the path of Wesley Mitchell, who adds another goal here in the fourth 15-minute period. It's 3-0 to the white team. Terrific ball in from Verwillow, who was down the right. Took it on his supposedly weaker right foot, and he picked out the chest of Wesley Mitchell with precision. One touch to control it, one touch to blast it into the back of the net, and Kanjar, who just made an excellent save. Nothing he could do about that one either. The power on these efforts from Tiger senior Wesley Mitchell, just leaving Kanjar with absolutely nothing to do. It's been an excellent 9 minutes showing here from the white team. Grabbed a couple of goals, and now they're up 3 after Shin Aji scored just before halftime. And Black just looking to get a foothold here. Naylor Gress under pressure from Mitchell. Not a lot in the midfield at the moment as they're being forced to make changes for Jad Jafar's momentary cramp. Someone down the line now. This is better from the black team. Step over. And it's kept in play on the far side. Was Connor Jones initially going at his man? I can't see exactly who it is now. Velos down the wing for Jones. It's a Low cross in. It was Vanderlee stooping low to meet it. Oh, terrific touch from Mitchell, and Mcguire's now wrong side of his defender, and that would be a yellow card if there were a ref out there. Some dissent down to my left from Michael Pham and his teammates. I think terrific touch from Wesley Mitchell, who's been the star of the show in this period. Put Alan Mcguire in behind. Jack Eubank brought him down to prevent any further damage on the scoreline. Michael Black into Diego Gutierrez. He's looked good, especially on the dribble. He's not the biggest player out there by any means, but he's shown some good control and some good feet. That time it's Jacob Simon going through the back of Mitchell. Got a foot on the ball. Unless you ask Wes, in which case it was not exactly a clean tackle. Handshake though, and we move on. Ball in hand for Jack Eubank. Tried to find the ball down the line for Burns, but it's cut out by Brewster. This time he does find the feet of Burns. Gutierrez on his back. Good turn from the Scottish midfielder. And he wins throwing just a little further up the pitch for his team. I want to find Burns again. He tried to take it on the outside of his right foot. That time couldn't hold it up, and Michael Black will drop this one all the way back to Gallegos, and it's high pressure being applied here for Black as they look to find a goal before the break and try to keep themselves in this game. It's played through well that time by the team in white. Touch that time from Mcguire. It's cut out. Meggs that time from Naylor Gress, and both teams really picking up the intensity here. Terrific piece of skill from the midfielder out of Prosper, Texas, or London, England, depending on your preference. His preference. It's brought forward this time, and a chance may fall to Connor Jones as he was not going to give up on that one. And he wins a corner. Nobody wants to take it by the looks of things. And eventually, I want an in-swinging delivery, so it'll be Jack Eubank, the left back, to go across. Under 3 minutes left in this 15-minute segment. It's a deep ball in towards the back post. It finds the head of Islam. It's blocked that time by Vanderlee. Burns looks to drop the shoulder and get past this man. He instead combines with Simon, who finds the ball through, and that should be a penalty. No whistle forthcoming. It was definitely a late tackle. The ball was gone. And I think if there were a referee out there, he's pointing to the spot there, but alas. The black team going to be made to earn it here if they're going to get back into this game. It was Jay Fitzgerald who drew what I believe should have been a penalty. This one over the top now for Alan Mcguire going the other way. It's up against Eubank. It's been a good battle between the two first-year players. That time Eubank dealing with it effectively. Coleman Brewster gets it back in play into Mcguire. Drop with the shoulder. Wants to go through the legs of Eubank, but it's cut out by Naylor Gress. Chance for Burns on the turn, but Gutierrez reads the game well, but it's back to Burns. Good link-up play that time with Smith. And Smith going to continue forward down the left wing. He's past his man once again. Gets the left-footed ball in towards the back post. And it was a golden opportunity that time. For Jesus Velos, who's shown really well, especially on the defensive side of the ball. That time he had a chance to make an impact up the other end. It's a great ball. That found him inside the 6-yard box from Morgan Smith. Couldn't convert that time. That was a chance for the black team to get back into it. Trailing 3-0 here as we approach the final 30 minutes under a minute left in this period. Islam looks to break some lines and find Morgan Smith, who's grown into the game here. Jones able to keep possession. Naylor Grass wants to spread the play. Jay Fitzgerald with the overlap from Jack Eubank. Cross comes in, it finds Morgan Smith. Can he hold off his man and get the shot away? He does on the turn, but Diego Villegas forced into a save that time. He does well down to his left. Final seconds counting down here before we take another 5-minute break. And we'll see if we can grab somebody to talk to over the interval. And we'll see if they allow this play to continue, as eventually it's cut out and the time has gone here. So a couple of goals from Wesley Mitchell has his team up 3-0 heading into the final 30 minutes. We'll be right back with you with a potential interview, and if not, 5 minutes until some more soccer. You're watching the Tiger Network. Joined here by Tigers senior Wesley Mitchell. And Wes, we just want to know what you've been up to over the COVID break.
Not much. My family's quarantined, but we did get the lucky opportunity to spend some time with my family. My sister's a little bit older. She doesn't live at that home. And my brother just started as a sophomore at Loyola Chicago, so it's good to spend time with them and my family, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, a great showing from you in that last 15 minutes. Talk us through those 2 goals.
I saw the first goal. I just saw I had space behind, so if I had a chance to turn, I'd have a second, get the shot off. And the second one, I think I just got kind of lucky. It came off my chest, and first thing I thought was try to take it home. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you back out scoring goals here at Paul McGinley Field. Thanks for joining us, and go get them. Thank you to senior forward Wesley Mitchell for a quick interview at the break. We're back for the fifth 15-minute period of the Trinity men's soccer intra-squad scrimmage for fall 2020. Entering the final 30 minutes of this cumulative game as Coach McGinley's 11 wearing white moving from left to right lead 3-0 after the pair of goals from Mitchell and a goal just before halftime for Shin Aji, who's back in leading the line. Wearing the number 5. You see him in the center circle now. Black team coached by Coach Carty. Took a little bit longer to come out for this 15-minute interval, so looking to make some adjustments here and find themselves back into the game. It was a good run from Ben Zapalek, but Bernardo Orozco harrying Fraser Burns before he can make the pass. Down the line now is Jesus Filos, who had a chance to make it 3-1 just before the break. He cuts that one out for a throw-in on the far side. Looks like Jake Simon keeps his place at center back alongside Arman Islam. That time it's Jesus Filos rising to meet the throw-in. Gonzalez into the path of Aji, has a runner out to his right, Mcguire, but it's cut out. It's been a game heavily played in the transition. It's a chance now for Connor Jones to get his head up. He had a couple of runners in behind. It eventually does fall for Duenas. Back to Jones. He gets the left-footed shot away. It's deflected. We'll see if that one spins out for a corner. No, Villegas claims before it can do so. First appearance on Paul McGinley Field for freshman goalkeeper Diego Villegas. That time he rolls out to Rodrigo Castillo, whose pass is intercepted. He does well to win it back, though. Now finds himself in the middle of the park. Ethan Moore wants to spread that one out to the left for Verwillow, but it was well tracked by Jesus Filos. We mentioned earlier, brother of Osvaldo Velos, four-year player for Coach McGinley, both out of Mesquite, Texas. And Castillo down for the white team, and he's going to be replaced by Michael Black, who himself wearing a pretty significant ankle brace on the right leg as Castillo limps off. A couple players out there stretching, of course, not at all at match fitness, and that's why I think these 5-minute intervals will help keep the intensity high. Islam, plenty of time and not a ton happening in front of him. Spreads it wide to Velos. That's Michael Pham, who drops it off to Simon, who's and as the center back in the absence of Jafar. Still not back in the game yet. Islam forward now. Down the line for Jones. He's got a chance, wrong side of his man, to get the cross away. He does get it in the direction of Duenas, but it's cut out effectively by John Connor Rule for a throw-in on the far side. Islam controls there. Pham shakes off a tackle. And the ball eventually back at the feet of Islam, and Pham now in the middle. Black on the front foot to start this final 30 minutes. And they'll need to find a goal quickly to get themselves back in this game, trailing by 3. Jones using his pace down the right side, takes it past a couple of defenders. Can he get the cross away? It's a good one, but it's cut out by Black before it could get to Duenas. Jones looking like the main attacking outlet with Jesus Filos out there as well. Down the right side for Coach Carty. Mac McCord now in the center circle to Michael Pham on the dribble. He's got a chance to Drop it off again for Simon. Pham had a man on that time, his roommate Shin Aji. Simon looking for the ball for Ben Zapalek. That time couldn't find him. And it runs out ahead of Jack Eubank and Alan Mcguire for a black throw. Eubank with another throw-in cut out that time. Again, looking for the feet of Burns, who has been trying to lead his team in the press and also hold up the play when possible. It's White now, though, coming forward. Good drop of the shoulder that time. I believe from Verwillow. He's into the box now. Can he get a shot away? It's into the side netting, wrong side of the post. And it's comfortable for Nick Kanjar. Burns forced to come out here, feeling the cramp as well. And it's Naylor Gress who takes his place with 9.5 minutes to go in this 15-minute interval. J.C. Rule does well, and a couple players left in his wake. But it runs out of play. First touch back on the field for Naylor Gress. Drops it off to Mac McCord. Some space for Simon at center back. Into McCord. Has his head up. Out wide for Gress. Gets it back to McCord. This is a good play from Black. They've got Ben Zapalek down the left wing. Michael Black with a tackle. A challenge. And it stays with Black. It's a good ball in towards the back post. That was Duenas closest to it. You have to forgive me, I'm just as rusty as they are. Some time on the ball there for Islam. Black team looked to play out of it. It's a chipped ball back to Jacob Simon. Simon, infield for Ben Zapalek. He loses out to former All-American Vander Lee. He's headed to SMU at the end of next semester. That time his pass headed out of bounds. Looks like Vander Lee at right back with Michael Black and John Connor Rule in the middle of the back four for Coach McGinley at the moment. A lot of chopping and changing in the 11s for both teams, of course. Looking to try out players, new faces in different areas. Here's a new face with his name on the score sheet. Aji goes to ground, but he's managed to keep possession for Alan Mcguire. Those two both were headed for St. Edward's University before the program folded. And Coach McGinley and the Tigers, the beneficiary. This ball in towards the top of the box. A good touch to lay it off from Connor Jones, but it was Mac McCord's shot that was blocked. Chance for Islam to meander forward. Gress drops it back to Velos. Velos to Islam, head up. And to the midfield for Michael Pham. He's got Jackie Eubank calling forward on the near side. Keeps it in the midfield with McCord. Incisive pass from Gress to Velos on the right side, in towards the back post where Duenas was lurking, but it's well claimed by Diego Villegas. High five from Michael Black for the freshman goalkeeper. Came to claim that one effectively. There's another first-year player, Bernardo Jacobo Orozco. Pass a bit wayward from the native of Mexico. And what producer Josh Maxigamba thinks is the first ever three-name Tiger men's soccer player. Fun facts. That one runs out of play off the touch from Ethan Moore. Velos Dummied by Naylor Gress to Connor Jones, who sends it in towards Zapalek. And that one left by Villegas. Didn't look too assured that time, but luckily nobody behind him. And he'll face no reprimand for his action. Ball back in play from John Connor Rule to the feet of Ethan Moore. Orozco to Vanderlee. Adji, chance to turn. Caught in his feet, but he eventually does bring it clear. Now Ethan Moore. Jones tracking back, and Moore skips past a couple of challenges. Comes away with the ball. Vanderlee into Bernardo Jacobo Orozco. Adji applying pressure. It's going to be Michael Pham on the turn. Plenty of space for second-year midfielder to bring this one forward. He's got runs ahead of him, pretty vertical runs. Nothing incisive, though, for the black team as they are starting to see their time dwindle here, down 3-0. And need a goal in this period to make it interesting for the final 15. We're at 4 minutes and change left for another 5-minute interval. Jack Eubank into the midfield for Michael Pham. He's got his head up and he wants the ball down the line for Connor Jones, and it's going to run out of play ahead of the junior midfielder from Richardson, Texas. White team in no hurry to take the throw in here. As you would have expected, I think. Fitness levels not quite at the level they were at the start of the game. Even with the 5-minute breaks, there's nothing quite like being in match fitness. It's something you can't really replicate in training, and a little bit of match sharpness lacking in that tackle from Ethan Moore as Pham goes to ground, and it's whistled by Coach McGinley. Jesus Falos into Dueñez. Good read that time from Jake Simon to cut that one out before it got in behind for Adji. Black started this 15 minutes definitely on the front foot, controlling possession. It's just faded a little bit as they were unable to find a goal. Closest they've come, I have to say, was probably the foot of Jesus Falos from about 7-8 yards out on a Morgan Smith cross in the first 10 minutes of the second half. This one down the line for Connor Jones. It's good hold-up play from Dueñez. Jones now coming forward into the box. Gets the shot away. Villegas spills it. Comes for Ben Zapalek at the back post. And there is the lifeline that the black team was looking for. They're back into the game. It's incisive play. It's good hold-up play. It's a shot that was difficult to deal with from Connor Jones, and it's fallen kindly for Ben Zapalek at the back post, who tucks away comfortably in his first appearance at Paul McGinley Field. It's 3-1, and that might make for an interesting final 17 minutes or so here in the intra-squad scrimmage. See how White can respond if they can just get a foot on the ball and see out these final couple of minutes. They'll feel comfortable about a 2-goal lead heading into the final 15. Michael Black forced to go long, and there's no outlet. Falls to the feet of Islam. Ball into midfield for Pham. Good tackle that time from Adji tracking back. Good physical play that time from Islam, but it breaks for Alan Mcguire down the right. It's going to be a tackle from Jake Simon. Good sliding effort to stop the counter momentarily. It's back in play from the throw-in. Gonzalez. A couple of step-overs thrown in that. As Mcguire's now down the right side. Zapalek tracking back to try and help defend. It's Bernardo Orozco around the corner for Vanderlee, who keeps it in, but he skies the cross. It still may land at the back post. It was a high cross. It was an accurate cross in the end. And it's going to be Connor Jones. He's going to be forced to do it on his own. And he's going to try motoring forward down the right side. He needed some support that time, and Diego Villegas' pass eventually finds Bernardo Jacobo Orozco. He saw the incisive pass for Mcguire, but he couldn't quite get it past Jacob Simon. Otherwise, it could have been on for 4-1. Jack Eubank at left back. Eventually finds the feet of Islam. Less than 30 seconds remaining in our fifth 15-minute period of 6 here tonight. Black have pulled one back. They trail 3-1, looking to potentially find one right before the break. That one finds the chest of Michael Black, who looks comfortable on the ball. He gets it back here down the right wing. And a chance for Naylor Gress right before the break. He saw the clock ticking down, and he took the effort on. A bit rushed. Doesn't help that his shoe is broken. Carol Gress, if you're listening, I think he needs some new cleats. And we're going to have another interview here for you shortly. We'll be right back with you. Joined here by first-year Jack Eubank. And Jack, obviously, you know, coming down here to San Antonio, you're on campus for the first time. What have you made of it in these first couple months?
I mean, with all the COVID stuff, it's a little tough, but it's been fun. We've been working hard and looking forward to the spring season, go after a conference championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to spring season. But for now, you've been out here on the field for the first time at Paul McGinley. What do you think?
It's something I've been looking forward to for a long time, and to be out here doing it with my teammates is a great feeling, and it only gets better from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us, and good luck in the final 15.
Thank you.
right, we welcome you back for the final 15-minute period here as the white team leads 3-1. Ryan Figert joined now by junior defender Jad Jafar. Jad, how are you feeling? We saw you come off a little cramp maybe.
Yeah, I'm feeling all right. First game back, you obviously expect a couple guys catch cramps, but I'm feeling all right. Hopefully get a stretch out by the trainer after, but feeling good. Just glad to be back out here with the guys competing again. So.
Yeah, it's been exciting. We saw that goal right before the break from Ben Zaplak. He keeps his place on the left side. What can you say about him and Connor Jones on the right for your team?
Yeah, again, I think our wingers they're causing a lot of trouble when we get forward. Of course, when we're pressing as a team, you got Connor and Benny running at their back line, causing a lot of problems. Hopefully we can grab another one early here and see how the rest of the quarter goes.
Yeah, that one dropped off to Naylor Gress, looking for Zaplak once again. It's kept possession 30 yards from goal. Naylor Gress drops that one back off to Michael Pham. He's got Jackie Eubank, who just joined us for a quick interview, down the left. That went in towards the edge of the area. Good clearance that time from John Connor Rule. Someone who's really impressed me for the white team, somebody who plays in your position, Michael Black. What can you say about what he's brought for the other team?
Yeah, he's Big Mike. Love training with him. He just brings a different energy, good physicality about him. He's always asking questions in training, always wanting to learn. So I'm really excited to see how he develops through his next 4 years.
Good play that time from Alan Mcguire, keeping possession, drops it off for Diego Gutierrez. Run forward into midfield from John Connor Rule. He's no stranger to this type of run. Now he's breaking forward into the box. It's down the left side. Back to John Connor Rule. Can he get the crossaway on the left foot? It does come across for Hallenberger, and I think he'll think he should do better with that. It was good work from
JC Rule, get forward.
JC Rule coming back from the back, and he finds the ball to the senior from San Antonio, who had a chance to put this one to bed. Didn't test Nick Kanjar, who's getting his first appearance for Trinity. We saw him make a terrific diving save, didn't we, earlier?
Yeah, absolutely. Top hand out of the corner. Nick's just glad to be back on the field. So glad to see him back out here.
I hear Coach Carty pleading with his side to move the ball quicker. Comes to Jake Salmon filling in at center back. He's got a run from Jackie Eubank. Instead he opts for the feet of Joanie as he picks him out. Joanie's at the edge of the area. We look to get a shuttle. It goes past Black. And JC Rule sends that one onto the street.
It's much better from Black here going forward. Direct ball from Jake Simon. 9's foot. Phil's done well to get, create a little shooting lane for him. Of course, JC Rule's come over and defended well.
You have to think one goal for Black, and they could find themselves right back in this game. And I think, if they tie it up, we might as well take penalties. Got to have a champion of the intra-squad scrimmage. And here's a chance for Alan Mcguire driving forward down the right side. He had Lewis Mcclure alongside him, but it was Michael Pham coming across to cut it out. Good play that time from the number 10 in black. Brewster with the ball in hand into Agee, who was able to find the net earlier in the game. The left-footed effort from the top of the box. That one contested by Simon. It's going to fall to the feet of Kanjar, who pokes it free. It's a little shaky at the back here from Black, but it's brought forward now by Ben Zaplak, the goal scorer for Coach Carty's team. Joinias wanted to take that one on the turn, and he's going to work to win it back as it ran out of play. Obviously, Jad, it's been a long process to get back to playing 11v11. Are there any positives you can take from the work that you're able to do on the training field, even despite the restrictions?
Yeah, absolutely. I think first and foremost, just getting your legs back under you. Obviously, soccer fitness and general fitness are not the same. So, being able to rep out those short little quick cuts that we're doing in training, as well as just establishing a rhythm with our teammates. We work on a lot of passing patterns throughout practice, and I think it's really translating here on the field. Although a bit sloppy at times, you kind of expect that first game back, but Coach has been doing a great job with training, really trying to get us, back to basics, so to say, and acclimated to playing, hopefully what is to come a full 90 in February. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot more time in the gym as well with Daniel Martinez in the SPC.
Absolutely.
Big tackle there from
great tackle.
Mcclure, and Coach McGinley bringing the whistle that time. Jack Eubank now brings it forward down the left side. And the cross that time cut out comfortably by Michael Black. Gutierrez into the feet of Lewis Mcclure. Drops it back to the first-year defender. Looks to find the ball towards the head of Adji, the number 9. Runs through to Arman Islam. And Jad, there's your 5 minutes. We thank you for joining us here on the broadcast, and we look forward to seeing more of you out there on the field in the spring.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Chance here for Black. They've slipped this one through in the direction of Zapolek, cut out by Michael Black. And it's out for a throw-in on the far side, Jesus Velos. Velos to Connor Jones. He drops this one off, and his pass intercepted by Shen Adji, who's looking fresh now, bringing it forward on the left side. He's got Hallenberger to his right. Will he use him, or will he get the shot away on his favored right foot? And it's good. Defending in the end from Islam. Shen looking to threaten there and grab his second goal potentially of the match. That time Naylor Gress loses it, and Mcguire out wide tries to get it back, and it's a missed kick that time from Simon. As tired legs starting to prevail here, I think. Hallenberger into Shin Adji, and that one clears the trees. And Coach Carty remarks that one's halfway back to St. Ed's. It won't make it up the hill, though. St. Edward's famously up above Austin. That one back in play with Islam on the far side. Brings it forward down the wing for Jones. Drops it back to the center back. Pham looking to turn. Islam. That one a little bit behind Simon. Just comfortable possession here for Black as they trail 3-1 with 8 minutes to go. They're going to need a goal quickly if they're going to get back into this game fully. Down the wing now for Jones. Plenty of runners to his left, and that one may break all the way through for Eubank, but instead it's put behind by Brewster for a corner. And I think a coming together after the cross came in. Connor Jones gets back up to his feet. And it's going to be a free kick instead of a corner on the far side for Black. Can't quite make out who it is standing over the ball. It's a left-footed strike that's incoming here for Black. And it's sent well over the bar. Looks like that was Jack Eubank who got that one wrong. Morgan Smith going to check back into the game for the final 7.5 minutes as Ben Zapolek, who grabbed a goal for Black off of a rebound from a Connor Jones effort, will take a seat. Adji looks to flick that one on. It's intercepted by Jesus Velos, who's impressed. Had a chance to add his name to the score sheet. He couldn't take, but defensively he's been excellent. Here's Morgan Smith straight onto the field. Wants the ball back into the path of Naylor Gress, and he gets it back from the Prosper native. It's cut out by White. Good touch that time from Simon. Mcclure looking to recover it. Matt McCord onto it. Eubanks in behind for Connor Jones. He's got some space, going to get the shot away. The right-footed effort is palmed over by Diego Villegas. In these final few minutes, Black pushing the envelope, looking to get themselves back into the game. And in response, Coach McGinley going to make 4 or 5 substitutions here. Two hands raised here as the in-swinging service comes in. It's beamed towards the back post. Couldn't find a teammate that time. It's throwing for White on the far side as they're preparing to make 4 subs. Vanderlee, Diego Gonzalez, I believe Wesley Mitchell, and Bernardo Orozco to come back in. Chance for Jack Eubank to drive forward here from left back. Ball into the feet of Jones, who's still struggling after the challenge earlier. It's a good play, though, from the center back, Michael Black. Crossfield ball right onto the foot of Morgan Smith. He couldn't hold it up, but it was a good diagonal from Armand Islam. Dueñez pressing this, and it's going to fall for Morgan Smith, playing on the left wing into Jones at the edge of the area. Tries to get the right-footed shot away. It's blocked by John Connor Rule. And Hallenberger turns out. He's got John Connor Rule making a run down the left wing. He's got Alan Mcguire. Here he is to his right. And Shin Aji also ahead of him. Drops it off to Mcclure. This one dinked in behind for Rule, who's stayed forward. And it's going to be out last off of Islam, and the subs will come into play now. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in your Trinity men's soccer intra-squad scrimmage for fall 2020. Standout performances coming from a couple of first-year players. Michael Black, I think, has been excellent. Jesus Filos, solid as well. Alan Mcguire's had his moments. Ben Zappalet grabs a goal, and some more experienced names as well. Wesley Mitchell with 2 fantastic goals to his name tonight. And Vanderlee, it's a big save, and it's falling on the doorstep for Orozco. And Bernardo Ecobo Orozco, first touch back on the field, ends up in the back of the net, and that should put it to bed in terms of the result tonight. It was initially won by Quentin Vanderlee, saved by Nick Kanjar in goal, and it bounced around a little bit before Orozco able to turn it in for the 4th goal. Black eager to get it back underway and try and add a couple to their side of the scoreboard, but it looks like the result will be settled here as the team made up of mostly some senior leadership as well as quite a bit of youth as well. Looks set to defeat a primarily junior and freshman setup coached by Edward Carty. Down the line here for Connor Jones. He's looked dangerous, especially in the final 30 minutes of this match. McCord clips it forward to Jones. It's another dangerous ball in, that time cut out by Vanderlee. It was looking for Dueñez, didn't find him. And this time Matt McCord going to stay down after he stretched out for that one. And Jack Eubank battling against Mcclure in the midfield. It's the Scotsman that's driving forward though. Some time for Ethan Moore to get his head up. He finds the most recent goal scorer, Bernardo Orozco, and Matt McCord, who's stayed down, was alert to it. He wasn't able to maintain possession behind enemy lines. That time, a weak pass cut out, and it's allowed Dueñez to drive forward. Can he get the shot away on the left foot? It's deflected, and just took the sting out of it. A lot of times to see those deflections, wrong foot the goalkeeper, but that time it favored Diego Villegas, who was able to scramble to pick it up. 2 minutes and change remaining. McCord that time loses out. And it's Ethan Moore in the center circle for White. Drops it all the way back to Villegas. Islam wins it, and he wins it big, and the other grass would have been offside had he gone for it. It runs all the way back through to the goalkeeper in blue. His punt is sliced right to the feet of Morgan Smith. He's going to take on his man, Vanderlee. Gets around the outside of Vanderlee, And it's going to be a penalty. There was a great shout for penalty earlier in the game that was not given. This one will be, and we'll see who steps up to take it for Black. Looking to add one to their side of the scoreboard before the final buzzer goes. Looks like it'll be Michael Pham to take. Sophomore midfielder wearing the number 10 tonight. Wanted it straight away. And it'll be a chance for first-year goalkeeper Diego Villegas to impress Michael Pham from 12 yards. And it's tucked away right center. And 4-2 is your score. Sent Villegas the wrong way. And comfortably finished it. Black eager to get this one back in play. Time not on their side. A minute and 23 seconds remaining as they score their second of the match. White will be looking just to see this one out. Vanderlee launches it in the direction of Mcguire. Jackie Eubanks to Naylor Gress. Good first touch from him. This one in behind for Connor Jones, and it's still there to be won for Black. Handball that time from Jesus Velos. And White will be in no rush to get this one back in play. It's a good resurgence from Black after they conceded the fourth to respond. They just haven't had it consistently enough over the course of the 90 minutes. A few chances go begging, and ultimately the White team just more clinical tonight. Mccord gets a touch to that ahead of Mcguire. Chance for Jack Eubank to come forward in the final 30 seconds of the match. He's got Naylor Gress to drop it off. Mcguire trying to track that run. Matt McCord coming forward towards the edge of the box. Down the line for Eubank. It's a left-footed service in towards the back post. Headed back across. And it'll be kept in play by Jesus Velos. Final 10 seconds. And it's strong defending on the far side just to let the clock run down. And that will do it. We thank you for joining us tonight for our only men's soccer stream of the fall 2020 semester, and we hope that we will have plenty more soccer to bring to you in the spring. Be live with a women's soccer scrimmage next Thursday. We hope you'll tune in for that one to catch some more Trinity soccer. And if not, well, we wish you a Merry Christmas, and if so, we'll see you then. Thank you. This has been Ryan Figert. Have a good night.